It's Mario Kart 64 trivia with triple the fun. Hello everybody, this is Nintendo 14. Welcome back to the year of Mario Kart. Last part we went over the 5 things I don't like about Mario Kart DS. And now we're going to be playing as Daisy, the other character we unlocked prior to the Star Cup. And now we have newcomer John for the DS section. He was here for Mario Kart Super Circuit, and now he is back.
What is up, guys? It is John and the Game Master Guys here, and Jack was he wanted me in so badly. You guys wanted me in, so I'm here now. I'm doing this for the fans.
So excited he did his own intro. So him and Gerald and TJ will be here to commentate over little trivia facts about Mario Kart 64.
Back at it again.
Hello.
Even though this isn't Mario Kart 64, but good enough. Choco Mountain is in this cup, so that's close enough.
True that. And I never had the opportunity to go over trivia in Mario Kart 64 because all the commentary topics that I decided to go with instead. That and it seemed appropriate, right? I mean, I did it for
sure.
I did it for Super Mario Kart for Mario Kart Super Circuit, and it fairly slid right in there, you know. All right.
So here's trivia, Jack.
Sure. Here's our first trivia. So for 64, Kamek was a playable character in early builds of 64, but was ultimately replaced by Donkey Kong. We'll get all the obvious ones out the way.
Can we bring attention to the fact that Jack hit himself with his own blue shell?
I noticed that.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah, you shot yourself.
YOLO. We're still winning though.
Sure.
So back to the trivia.
Short ass track.
Yeah. It is. What do you think? How would you guys feel if, say, Kamek or any form of Magic Koopa was playable in Mario Kart? Would you like that? Would you hate it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I would like that.
idea.
I would like that.
The more characters, the well.
Yeah, Kamek has never been in a Mario Kart game still to this day. Bring him to Mario Kart for Switch, not Deluxe, like at least for Mario Kart 9.
Would he be like Link, where he does a trick and then he... Well, there's no tricks as of Mario Kart DS, but like say he comes in, he's introduced to Mario Kart 8, and then he does a stunt, and then he gets out his wand like Link.
Yeah, I can see that. Like he can, and then maybe have some sort of magic into it as well, I guess.
Yeah, be all majestic. Look how Peach easily passed me. It's so ridiculous. It happens all the time in DS, where the CPUs just get this magical speed boost.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's one of my big complaints about the CPUs for DS. And maybe if some of the other games do that, I don't think Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart 8 does that. I think 7 and Wii did that a little bit. So oh boy, a lot of things to look forward to in those games if the CPUs are going to be like that.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah. So here's a more less obvious trivia. The Cape Feather was seen in early screenshots of the game, but is absent in the final release. Imagine if the Cape Feather was in Mario Kart 64. That would be pretty sweet.
I did not know that.
People would be breaking the game if that was the case.
Especially
Wario
in Wario Stadium.
It already is.
Can easily jump a huge chunk of the racetrack. Like if you can hold the feather till the beginning of the lap and then just jump the left side of it.
Yeah.
Oh, speed runs would be so fun to see.
Yeah, you can use the feather and jump on that one part of Choco Mountain that you just passed by, or like I said, Wario Stadium.
Oh god.
Or even Rainbow Road. You can use it on Rainbow Road easier. Think about that.
Well,
I don't know if it'll get you that far.
If it works the same way, if it doesn't work the same way it does in Super Mario Kart, where it does land you, not depending on how you land or anything like that, you know. So maybe it's a blessing that the cape isn't in Mario Kart 64 because we don't need any more. The Mario Kart 64 is broken as is. I don't think we need the cape added on it. Yeah, if you want to have that much fun, but like in a serious Mario Kart 64 race, then just be glad it's not there. All right, so for our next trivia, if you have a Game Shark, you can input the following code that I have on screen. You guys won't see it, but the viewers will. In the Game Shark menus, you can access Mario Kart 64's debug menu. This can be used to access an unfinished vertical split screen mode for 2 players. So just like Mario Kart 8, just imagine that.
I think it'll be a bit better.
Yeah.
I prefer vertical.
Would you prefer vertical split screen over horizontal? I mean, horizontal does
prefer
feel cramped if you think about it.
Vertical feels better.
I don't really have a preference.
I prefer vertical. It has like it's more nicer, and plus I don't really like when the screen is stretchy a little bit. But
Yeah,
That's-
horizontal does have to like. There's some constraints to the game. You have to stretch it out, and it doesn't look very pretty on your screen.
Yeah, and like I think for like Diddy Kong Racing, when that game had horizontal split screen, the screens did look a little warped in that they're a little flat, and with vertical it doesn't look as so, as in it feels like a natural split in the screen for both players. So moving on, did you know that Luigi, Peach, Toad, and Wario all used their Mario Party voices, their voice clips, in the Japanese release for Mario Kart 64? The voices used there would also be in Super Circuit, and they would be eventually used there.
I know they were in Super Circuit.
But to clear up some, just to clear it up, it was the Mario Party voices were used in Mario Kart 64 for the Japanese version.
Honestly, they should have done them for the US version, honestly, because Peach, Luigi, and Wario, they kind of sound off. Especially Peach the most, because I don't like Peach's voice in Mario Kart 64 at all. It's just,
Yeah.
It's very different from what it is today. That's for sure.
and then Toad is just a meme.
Yeah.
That's like I say.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Game would feel, Mario Kart 64 would feel a lot more like Super Circuit if that would be the case. So yeah, I see what you mean there. Alright. So let's move on. Japanese, more on the topic of Japan. The Japanese release did not feature Mario as the menu announcer, and instead used a far more generic announcer. So no select your player or OK.
Gotta come to Mario.
Imagine if it was the Smash announcer.
That'd be funny, but
Then they're
actually, I didn't know that part. I'm gonna go look that up after this video and see.
Japanese version, Japan got a little crappy version of Mario Kart 64. Not only that, they didn't have our voice actors, so actually they had better voice actors for Luigi, Peach, Toad, and Wario, but more importantly, they didn't have Mario as their announcer. Man, maybe it's because they never had Mario make lines in Japanese. Mario was strictly English person, yeah, and he had some Italian in there during the Mario and Luigi games. But mainly he's a English spoken person.
It's mostly gibberish what you hear in those games. It's not actually a tone.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're done with really obvious to least slightly less obvious trivia. Now let's get into some of the good stuff as we're narrowing down to the last track in Mushroom Bridge. So get this. Mario Kart 64 is one of 2 games to have the Special Cup available from the start. The other being Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So it's a fairly recent trivia.
That I was aware of.
Yeah.
Wait, just say the list.
Yep.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe already has everything unlocked, or at least most of it. But I like he saved you.
And if I was about 5 months earlier, I could say that Mario Kart 64 is the only game that's had it so Special Cups available. It's always nice to have some tracks unlockable, you know? You don't want to save, you don't want to have all your good stuff right there from the get-go. You kind of want to save some stuff for later.
Right.
So if you want, you can have your first playthrough go through the Special Cup. I mean, that just doesn't feel right. Anyways,
Good idea.
moving on. The lightning effect was changed in the Virtual Console releases of Mario Kart 64 to a less intense flash, which was most likely to prevent seizures.
Yeah, for most obvious medical reasons. You don't want.
Yep.
You don't want
Freaking Wario.
You don't want
Yeah,
people
Wario's a huge jerk to us in this video.
Wario's the problem.
Yeah, he's being a
Donkey,
huge
no.
fan. Doesn't
I
help
want to
that
see Donkey here. Donkey's not here.
I'm using Daisy's cart with some really weird stats in the drifting and the handling.
Trying to snake.
Yeah.
Oh, Wario almost caught up to
Yeah,
you. He almost choked you.
almost beat me. Yeah. So, back to the trivia, the lightning. I imagine because of that, Mario Kart 64 on the Virtual Console will be much more bearable to play. I mean, nobody likes seeing flashing, strobing lights like that hurts your eyes.
So I think 64 original and virtual console version had my favorite lightning effect. I don't know why. I'm just wear it like that.
I never even had a favorite lightning moments. That's like the last thing I ever think of.
Besides shock dodges.
Like, what's your favorite lightning? Like, what's your favorite lightning? The TJ will answer for you. It's like, oh, it's this game in that game. I was like, okay. So, like, I don't think. It's like saying Mario Kart Deluxe has the best looking coins ever. It has the best coins ever.
I mean, it does.
Alright, and one last trivia before we end things off. Calamari Desert is the only track in Mario Kart history that can force racers to stop because of the trains.
That is
one
the
of my
best
favorite
track
things.
ever. You cannot deny Calamari Desert.
Or you have to stop.
It's a very interesting mechanic.
They should bring that back, like bring that mechanic back for like a new course.
They should bring Calamari Desert back. That's a great place to take your girl at. But
Oh yeah.
that's a fact, not an opinion. Don't at me.
Alright. That's all the trivia I have. Thank you, Gerald, TJ, and John, for being here. Tune in next time this weekend as we're going to be going over missions level 6. That's the last one we have right there on the list. It'll be quite the thriller. And we'll see you guys later. At least I will. You guys will be back here for the Lightning Cup in 1 week from now.
I'll be looking forward to that. HMU.
Yep. Till next time, guys. See you later.
Adios.
Hello.